Hey, Mac Delta Fishco. Thanks for stopping and checking out the video today. I'll be out fishing tomorrow, so look out for that video or videos, probably sometime in the afternoon. Today we're going to talk about some camping gear. I bring this box crate with us every time we go, but primarily this stuff that's in here are for people that go with us, or for my wife or kids or whoever is going with us. And I'll tell you why. Because I have my own gear. That's why. But other people may not have, or forget, or break, or lose certain things on the way there, while they're there. And over years of camping, I know shit happens, right? Another big thing is introducing people to camping. You know, they say, oh, what do we need? Well, you tell them you need somewhere to sleep and something to sleep on and something to do hygiene with, and you bring some clothes. And, you know, if you give them a huge list, they're like, oh, I got to spend all that money. That's kind of where these things like this come into play, with introducing people to it, because it can make or break somebody. And I've seen it several times where I'm never doing that again, or that sucked, you know. And hey, some people you can't get past that, but some people I've seen that you can be like, oh, well, check this out. Why don't you just use mine, borrow mine for the night or whatever while we're out here. And it changed everything, their aspect of it. Well, you know what? Next time I do this, I'm going to get me one of those. Well, right off the bat, there you go. They've already said it. I'm going to do this again, and you've shown me something that makes me want to do it again. So cool. So anyways, there's plenty of reasons to always have extra things with you when you're camping. Those are just a couple. For me, one of the big things I know, everything's about electronics these days, whether it be a phone, a drone, a camera, an iPad, some rechargeable toys, whatever. There's always a need for a cable. There's just somebody, it's just whatever the reason may be, there's always a need for a cable. Okay, I lost it, I broke it, I didn't bring it, whatever. We don't have enough, or you have to wait for somebody else's stuff to charge. It is what it is. So over the years, not over the years, actually, years ago, I figured, you know what, I'll just have my own little stash of them. So I got this little tool bag holder. It came in a pack of 3. They were cheap, under 20 bucks for 3 of them. It's got a little zipper on here. It's got a little D-ring clip. You can hang it off of something, make it accessible or whatever. But it's good material. It's not waterproof, but of course, again, it's in my truck. It's with me. But I keep cables in here. Every type you can imagine: USB, USB Type-C, mini USB. I even have an extension for a 12 volt. This has always come in handy. I forgot my cables. No problem, I got you. This is a 1 into 3 different heads, 1 USB plug-in. That's been a super handy. This is my newest one I've thrown in here, because you can do 3 things at one time, especially if your power source only has maybe a couple plugins and you need several things plugged in. And so our Blue Eddy, normally when we go out, you know, take family out with us or whatever, my Blue Eddy, my AC 180, does everything for everybody. And that's fine. I don't mind. I've got the power source to do it. I've got the panels to recharge them, so more than enough. But cables. Everybody wants an air mattress to sleep on. I even recommend people to invest in an air mattress, especially if you're on the ground. And I've slept on the ground for many years with just a roll up. Again, I don't have to do that stuff anymore. I want comfort. Even in our rooftop tent, we've got a 4-inch King Camp air up mattress in there. And I love that thing, but you know what? Airing it up, in a pinch. You know, you get out there kind of late and you're trying to get things set up. You can open the valves on it and just kind of let it self air up, but you got other stuff to do too. And while that's doing it, and then you still got to come back to it and add air. You know, there's one thing or another you need to add air to something, whether it be an air mattress or inflatable kayak, whatever. Ran into all of those scenarios. I used to use this one, and I used it for a long time, and it worked. It always seemed kind of in a pinch type thing, but it worked. This is a Gigapump 2.0. I think I had the previous one too. It was like the 1.0. But, and there's a little output there. There's your deflator and inflator. The inflator nozzle, sorry, turn it off. That inflator nozzle though was always small and always dinky. And when you try to put, like, if they could have made it, I don't know, maybe a ½ inch longer, it would have been kind of cool. But it always seems just like a perfect little fit on there. And if you knock it off or shift or move a little bit, it kind of throws it off. Anyways, this has worked. I'm not gonna lie, it's aired up plenty of things. It's got some, you know, pretty good attachments that come in here. Nothing I've really ran into that I couldn't inflate or deflate, and it worked fine. But I was introduced to this King Camp one. Now the King Camp one's a beast. It's actually, this is the bag for the Gigapump, and with all its little attachments in it. This one is just the King Camp pump, so about the size of that. And then this does come with its extra attachments to blow other things up, or whatever it is you're blowing up. But this one's got a much bigger port, power button here, your inlet, air inlet there. So your inflator, deflator, this thing rocks. You can also use it to like blow the dust off the back. I use it sometimes to blow the dust off the back of the tailgate if we're on a dusty trail. When we get to camp and want to get things just so, you know, kind of get the road dust off. But the King Camp air inflator, deflator, this thing's awesome, worth every penny. I love this thing. All right. Fans. So this is a little personal fan. This was actually for my wife. And everything in here is rechargeable, by the way. So, yeah, everything that we use, it's about recharging and having, you know, a great little creature comfort, I guess you would say, for you, yourself, or your somebody you have out there. Anyways, this is a little fan I got from my wife. And I've had other people at the campsite, you know, I need to get me one of those. And next thing you know, the next time we went camping, of course, they had one. But this is a little personal fan. I know it's purple, whatever. I don't use it. My wife uses it. She loves this thing. Hanging around in the afternoon or in the evenings, and you got bugs flying around, or it's a little bit stale and you just need a little wind, or laying in the hammock, like my wife does, and she's in the hammock and doesn't want the bugs bothering her while she takes an afternoon nap, whatever. She loves this thing, and I know why. It just, man, for all those reasons that I just mentioned. It's got 3 settings on here: a high, low, and medium. It's rechargeable. It's got a little neck lanyard, you know, if you wanted to hang it. The head moves. It's just, yeah. I wouldn't say this is like a necessity thing, but that's a little individual creature comfort. And whenever I got this and gave it to my wife, that put a big old smile on her face. She was really happy about having this. And like I said, we've had some friends go with us, and they love that thing too. And immediately that was on their next to-buy list when next time they go camping. So that's a nice little one. This fan we use to circulate air in the tent. If you slept in tent when you have changing climates, you know you'll get condensation. And sometimes you just need a little airflow in your tent to move things around. Now we have the diesel heater too during the winter. You know, this pushes that heat around the tent. During the summer, if You know, if it's hot, we can open one side of the window and hang it from there, and it'll push air through so we get a nice breeze coming through the tent. Or if you're just sitting out on the table and you want some air, maybe keep the flies and stuff away from your food if you're picnic kind of thing going on. Plenty of uses for it. It's got 4 settings on it, and it's rechargeable. It's even got a little light on it. Got a nice little hook on the back too for hanging overhead. Got anywhere you need some air circulated, this thing's awesome. It's not too big, it's super light, and it's not too small to where you know, a couple of people can't have enjoy the benefit of having a fan. That's an awesome thing. We keep that with us too. What's next? Oh, a power pack. So, you know, like I said before, I've got that the AC 180 power pack or solar generator, and it's great for just keeping in, you know, in the general camp area. We keep it up on in between our rooftop tent and the Diamondback cover, so it's, even if you get some inclement weather coming or whatever, it stays dry. But again, that stays outside. We don't bring it up into the tent with us, and it's usually just there for everybody to use whatever they need to do. But at nighttime, when you're ready to charge your phone or whatever needs to be charged overnight, having a nice little power pack like this is cool because you can bring it. It's not big at all. They make smaller ones. They make way different sizes. This one's from Anchor. But bringing this in the tent, having a couple plugs. This has 2 USBs. We could do both our phones at the same time. Wake up in the morning, they're recharged, ready for some pictures or whatever throughout the day. And this can be recharged off of the larger solar generator. But normally this right here, this power pack, I would say maybe 6, 7 nights of charging 2 iPhones up has been fine before it needed to be recharged itself. So an extra power pack comes in handy. I keep some other cables in here, my personal ones we have a smaller Goal Zero. That's the DC cable for it. I have a Devos camp light, and these are the filters I have from that. I keep that in here so I always know where they're at. This one, lastly, this one right here. So we bring, I should have brought it out and showed you, but we bring a blue squared cube looking water tank, plastic water tank. It's got a little spout on the front with a little on off on there. And it works okay, but you know, that little thing you flip up and down, it's kind of flimsy. It works, and it has worked ever since we got it, but we grabbed one of these. We saw somebody else that was using it at their campsite, and kindly asked them, you know, about it, and it's really cool, so we got one. This right here, you can put on, you know, the white, or not the white, but the blue clear water jugs that you fill and turn over for your house. Some people bring those big 5 gallons out with them. We don't bring that one. We have a 4-gallon one that we bring out. Again, it's a solid blue one, squared, but this works just the same on it. Anyways, this is a spigot, and this thing is so cool, just for so many reasons. When you need some water after you wash your hands, or you need to rinse some plates off, man, this thing is just cool. So it comes with a hose. First, you charge it up. This is, again, rechargeable. But you charge it up. We charge it up before we leave. And, you know, 4 or 5 nights, days of using this, it hasn't ran out on us. But yeah, you charge it up before you go. Get out there, put your water source there, take the cap off. You drop this inside your water and set this on the neck, or the neck of the spout, whatever container you got, and it just sits there like a little water tap, and it's super cool. You can do a constant on, or you can do 600 milliliters at a time. which means it feeds 600 milliliters and then it shuts off. Then you hit it again, it'll run, you know, for that amount. And then if you want it constant on, you just hit it and it's just constantly on. It's just pumping water out like a regular little spigot. This thing's been so cool. And we don't use it for our drinking water. I guess you could if you had a potable water source. And that would be, you know, filling up your cups or your water bottles or whatever. We use it for just washing hands and dishes and stuff. Because we usually bring either bottled water or something like that up with us. But this thing's really cool. A couple of things that I did change to this was, one, I cut a little V-notch out of there so it never sits flush against anything and actually prohibits it from, you know, sucking water in. So that I cut a little V-notch in that. You can see that. So that way, even if it bumps up against the side, it's still got a way to take water in. Also, I noticed even sitting on the clear 5-gallon water cans, it's a little wobbly. And on ours, because it's not that exact size, it was actually a little bit more wobbly. I went to Home Depot and got this rubber collar. It's a 2-inch rubber collar. That way I could put this in there and then this rubber collar on to the water source, the mouth of the water source. And that stabilizes the heck out of it. And it's worked perfectly. So I would say if you get one of these, this was like $1, $2 maybe at the most, but a 2-inch rubber collar. Fits right in there. And then that goes on your spigot and it makes it more stable on there. And that's all I've done to it, and it's been perfect. So yeah, those are the couple things that that we bring out with us, whether you know, they're for us or to share with somebody else to make their time out just a little bit more enjoyable. Now there's other things that we have too. We bring hammocks, we bring spare tarps, you know, just spare things. Not necessarily that we need them, because we have a pop-up tent or the rooftop tent. We have the truck. We have everything that we need. Plus we bring a little extra always, just in case somebody else needs something. And if you're ever out camping and you're with a group, there's what you need and then there's what somebody else might need. And you kind of gauge that by, you know, when things are getting put together and you know who's going. And that's the fun part. That makes the fun part of camping too, is being able to take care of each other out there while you're having a good time. And it may change somebody's mind, especially a new person being out there. It may change their mind on wanting to do it again versus, screw this, I'm never coming out here and hanging out with you guys in the middle of nowhere. So anyways, I hope these couple little things here help you guys out. If you have anything to, you know, tip me off on grabbing while we're out there, if I don't have it, just put it in the comments. Let me know. I'll check it out. Hey, if it's something kind of cool and I can give it a use, or maybe somebody else will give it a use, I'll throw it in the kit. That's for sure. But yeah. So I appreciate you guys checking out the video today. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, of course. And I hope your next camping adventure's a great one. I'll be fishing tomorrow, so look out for that video probably later in the afternoon. All right, Matt, Delta Fish Go. I'm out.